Hello, and welcome to James Leslie's Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible, bringing you a rant about organics. So many people are wasting their money on organic food. They don't use pesticides. Yes, they do. It takes all of 5 seconds on the Google machine to find out that yes, they do use pesticides. They have to. It's called farming. The only difference is, instead of using this crop has these 3 pests, we modified this chemical to only kill these 3 pests. That I so when it drank it, no straight, but you're not gonna die from eating this plant after we spray this on there. Organic farming, they don't use fancy stuff like that. They just go, this will kill everything. All right. Pfft. Oh, hey, look at that. We just killed every single bald eagle within a 500-mile radius. Yeah, at least it's organic. Another thing is there's non-GMO salt. Mind you, salt is a rock. There is no genetics to modify. So of course it's non-GMO. But you slap that non-GMO sticker on there, and suddenly you can add an extra $3.99 per pound to it. Organic is a scam. It is a scam. These people who buy their organic bananas and organic apples for, $3, $4, $5 a pound more, it's like, why? Why are you wasting your money? It tastes better. Oh, I'm sorry. Every single blind taste test has shown that either A, they can't tell the difference, or B, they choose the regular. Every single time. Once again, 5 seconds, Google machine. Check it out. When you don't tell them which is which, they can't tell the difference. Or they choose the non-organic. When you tell them which one is which, sure enough, oh wow, this organic is so delicious. Oh, it's the best thing I've ever had. But then you switch them and tell them that the non-organic is organic and the organic is the non-organic. Sure enough, the non-organic is the best. Oh, this is the best apple. I can't believe an apple could taste this good. I've never had an apple taste this good before. That's the regular. The one that we told you was the not GMO is the GMO one. What? No, I didn't mean it. Like, yes, you did. You're an idiot. But really, it's not people's fault. Like, they've been beaten into their brain to think that organic is better, even though it's not. Organic takes more space, it takes more water, it takes more pesticides, more dangerous pesticides. And again, it takes more land because the same amount of acreage doesn't produce the same amount. And I know, well, I can just go to Whole Foods and spend $8.99 for a grape that's organic. Well, guess what? Not everyone in the world has that option. Some people are starving. Some countries have no food. They can't be wasting their money on organic BS. We have 50 acres of farmable land. Do we grow this crop that will produce enough food for everyone? Or do we grow the organic kind and have our country starve? What should we do? What should we do? Morons. And it's right up there with the cage-free chicken and cage-free eggs. You know what cage-free means? It means, alright, how to explain? Let's say by law a cage is 3 cubic feet, and you can only have 5 chickens per cage. Well, if you make the cage 3.1 cubic feet, by law, it is no longer a cage. And therefore, you can stuff 20 chickens in there. Hey, it's cage-free because by law a cage is 3 cubic feet, so we made it 3.1 cubic feet, so we can say it's cage-free, even though we stuffed 4 times the amount of chickens in there. Now, don't quote me on the 3 cubic feet. It might be 5 cubic. I'm not sure how, but just stating the fact that if the law says that it is 5 cubic feet or 10, the cage is 10 cubic feet, as long as you make it 10.1 cubic feet, therefore it is no longer by law a cage. You can call it cage-free chicken and cage-free chicken eggs, even though it's not. It's still in a cage. Like, what do you people think that just have herds of chickens running around? They gotta run after them with nets like, get back here, chicken. Got one. Oh, there's another one. Run. Oh, it's getting away. Oh, if only these were in cages, it'd be easier to catch. No, they're in cages. But by law, if a cage is this many cubic feet, you just make it 0.1 cubic feet bigger. Therefore, it is no longer a cage. So we have eggs. The grocery store I go to, they have eggs. 29 cents a dozen. Or $2.99 a dozen for the cage-free eggs. What? And there's people dumb enough to buy them but it's cage-free. Or you get the Amish crap. Oh my God. Laws don't apply to the Amish. It's like, oh, this puppy wasn't from a puppy mill. It's from an Amish farm. Guess what? Amish don't have to follow any laws. So there's literally videos out there like they have the cages stacked up on top of each other. So like dogs on top shit on the next one, and they shit on the next one, they shit on the next one's like the ones on the bottom are just so matted and shit from all the dogs above them shitting and pissing on them. But nothing to do because laws don't apply to the Amish. So the Amish are totally allowed to do that. So it's the same thing with the chickens or the cows or anything else from the Amish. It's like, oh well, this is Amish, so I'm going to pay an extra $4.99 a gallon. You do realize that's probably going to poison you and kill you, right? And there's nothing you can do about it because laws don't apply to the Amish. So stop wasting your money. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Do not buy organic. Organic is not better. Organic is actually worse. Organic is destroying the environment faster than non-organic. Because again, like, do we grow 50 acres of organic? Or do we grow 20 acres of not organic and produce even more? That way we can feed more people. Oh yeah, I know. You got people out there. No, they can afford the $8.99 for a pound of grapes or whatever organic crap. Guess what? Not everyone can. There's people out there on welfare that can. There's people out there on WIC that can. There's people out there that, they're a college kid and they're trying to pay for their books and pay for school and pay for the gas to get to their part-time job. Guess what? They can't afford organic either. So stop supporting organic. It is stupid. Or you get the one alcohol company like, oh, we make our alcohol from organic free wheat. Guess what? There is no commercial organic, non-organic, whatever, wheat. There's no genetically modified wheat on the market. So yeah, of course your drink is made from organic wheat because there's no such thing as a non-organic, genetically modified, whatever, non-version of that, of the wheat in commercial use. One of the favorite arguments they use is, well, they crossbred this tomato with a salmon. It's like, first of all, that was for consumption. That was an experiment. What was that experiment for? To see if they could make tomatoes grow in, say, Alaska. There's probably millions of square acres in Alaska that they can't use because it's too cold. So imagine if they made a tomato, or a watermelon, or a pumpkin, or a corn that goes, oh, what's that? It's 20 degrees out? We're fine because we got crossbred with these salmon. So we're genetically modified with this salmon DNA. So we're good to grow. Oh, gee, we just opened up 5 square million meters of square, whatever, acres. I know what I mean. 5 million square acres of farmland. Wow. The prices of everything just plummeted. People are actually able to afford more food. Or instead of now going, all right, we need this much for groceries, this much for rent, this much for gas, go, oh, we only need this much for groceries. So we can put that little bit aside to pay for this, pay off the credit card faster, pay the medical bills faster, pay the student loans off faster. Can you imagine going up to Alaska and just seeing acres and acres of tomato plants? Or going to a place like Michigan and seeing acres and acres of pineapple groves, fields, whatever they grow pineapples in? Bring down the price of pineapples, or orange groves, plantations, whatever in Maine because they're crossbred so they can survive in colder weather, or on the vice versa, genetically modify the plants with something that does better in dry heat. So like, oh, Africa, there's being on the equator and all that, there's a lot of places that can't grow food like this or this or this. Well, now we genetically modified this plant to be able to grow in the drier, hotter areas, so now they can grow it. Hey, look at that. We maybe not solved world hunger, but we just helped combat world hunger by introducing these plants that can now grow in an area that they couldn't normally before. And of course, like, oh, this apple is organic. Really? How do you know? The label says so. Well, guess what? No, it isn't. Nothing is organic. Let's say you were in Ohio 1,000 years ago. Guess what? You probably weren't going to see a single apple tree. 500 years later, maybe in southern Ohio you might see some apple trees, but nothing too far north of Columbus. Nowadays, like, oh, they got apple orchards all the way up in Michigan. You know why? Because 1,000 years ago, like, oh, we can't survive the cold. We need warmer tropical weather. Maybe not tropical, but, warmer weather. Then a cold snap comes in early. 3/4 of the apple trees die. But the quarter that lives, well, Before, if it got under 50, we all died. But we lived, and we were good down to 40. So now they move north. Oh, gee, 100 years later, another cold snap comes in. Half the apple trees die, but half of them live. It's like, well, before it had to be, no, as soon as they hit 40, we all died. Now we can go all the way down to 35. So now they creep farther north and creep farther north until eventually you get them in areas where you didn't get them before. And that's literally how evolution works, people. And of course, they get the little frou-frou rat dogs like, I don't believe in genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is wrong. As they, they carry around their genetically engineered wolf. It's so nice then. They're like, I can afford it. Why can't you? Well, how come you can afford it? Oh, mommy and daddy pay all my bills, so I can go to Whole Foods when I'm not at college on their bill, and when I'm not doing no organic marijuana. It's like, no, it's nice for you that you can afford it, and well, I can afford it, but I choose not to because I'm not stupid. I have an IQ over 100. I'm not gonna spend no $5.99 for an apple when I can get a bushel of apples for $5.99. It's like, why would you buy organic when it costs so much more and gives you absolutely nothing? Again, people try to claim it tastes better, but every test they've done, when you don't tell them which is which, they can't tell the difference, or they choose non-organic. And when you do tell them which is which, they automatically choose the one that you told them was organic, whether it was organic or not. They can cut a banana in half, put out this is organic, this is not organic. Sure enough, oh, the organic one tastes so much better. And like, ta-da, it's the exact same banana, dumbass. But again, it's not the people's fault. They've had it beat into their brain so much that organic tastes better. So as soon as you tell them that's organic, they think it tastes better. This is my little rant about organic, cage-free, Amish. Just stop it, people. Especially if it's Amish because they don't have to follow the law. So it's not like they're breaking the law because the laws don't apply to them. So just stop it. Stick with regular food. You don't have to spend the extra $3.99, $5.99, $12.99 just to get organic crap because it's not better. It's actually worse. Stop it. And as always, like, subscribe, comment below, and have a wonderful day.